take us a bit through the journey of the evolution and the changes of Josh and situations where two founders could have perhaps had a different vision, but still they took a call on each other and a trust on each other, and how that played out into the business.
So we are super aligned on the long-term goal. I think that is super critical. If you're not aligned on the long-term goal, every decision is like there is no compass, and therefore you'll fight on every decision.
So the North Star is something which both of you believe completely in.
Absolutely. When we started, we said this is a 30-year journey. Either we are going into this just to make money, and then let's talk relatively shorter term, and let's not talk like 3-4 decades out. But we went into this because we have to change something in India. Because I believe there is a better way to go about nurturing human potential. And so first we aligned on that. The real goal here is to unlock human potential, is to make sure that people, doesn't matter which house they are born into, what their situation is, they should get the opportunity to go out there and do well in life. We aligned on that. Then we aligned to some principles to how to go about this. Karna kaise hai ye kind of a conversation, how to... Now if you align on that, then essentially we are saying that the questions जहाँ पे आ भी रहे हैं, वो basically ये है कि सुप्रिया के हिसाब से कोई ऐसे होना चाहिए कुछ, शोभित के हिसाब से ऐसे होना चाहिए. Now, we can fight it out, but we know that we are all aligned on that long-term goal. Now, it may be that my way is wrong. Therefore, I'm very willing to say it's not so much about trust also. It's about यार बिल्कुल हो सकता है वो भी तरीका, because I know the destination is the same. So I'm not questioning that Supriya is trying to go to a different destination only, because that we are super aligned on. The path she's saying is different, and maybe that's the right path. That's the path of least resistance. So let's take that path. So on the short-term questions, there are a lot of debates, a lot of fights. But on the long-term ones, I don't think ever.
What's your perspective of the trust call? And take us through the journey now. A little bit at your end to talk about the Josh that I saw in 13 to the Josh that I'm seeing in 23. What's the journey been like? What are the aspects of evolution?
Yeah, I think, I like the word evolution and not pivot, because often people say, oh, you've, pivoted so much. You were like doing these events, and then you did like content and media, then you started YouTube, and then now you're into learning. But I think it's always been like how we look at Josh and the role that Josh will play in a person's life has been set from day one. Like the vision has been very clear that if you want to do well in your life and you are from a tier 2, tier 3, 4 city, you don't have the right kind of exposure, Josh is the only platform that will help you do well in your career. Now today it plays the role of a role model and is giving you inspiration. Slowly over a period of time, it also started teaching you English, which was the biggest barrier that you felt at that time. Tomorrow it will also help you land a job. But if you are coming from a background where you don't have that elder brother or elder sister to hold your hand and take you through and, sort of sail you on your boat towards the finishing line, Josh will come in and help do that. And that's been very, very clear. And I think the other thing is that, like Shobhit has been saying, it's not just about the two of us, right? It's about how do you trust the people who are making the core decisions that are actually moving you forward. And how do you continuously realign and reinforce what the longer vision is, and have people who believe in the long term. That is extremely difficult also, to get others to believe in a long term aspect. So I think if you listen to the fights that we have and the conversations that we have, which are arguments, they're so trivial because they're about today. It's about one small thing where one person is feeling more passionately,
It's about that day's battle.
Yeah, and it's an ops-related battle, or it's a people-related battle. It's never are we doing the right thing or not for the company battle. It's never let's change paths and we are not on the same track. Those are conversations that just don't happen because we know that our personal goals are aligned towards the larger goal for all of us who work at Josh. And over a period of time, that has just strengthened. But also there is like this high degree of ownership that here is a larger goal. And today, maybe you're involved in a process which is something leading up to a larger goal, but you want to do something entirely different, which is also focused on the larger goal. Do it. There's that freedom and there's that flexibility to say that, I care a lot about gender. You know this. We've had so many conversations, right? And I feel that we need to be in a place where we do something exclusively for women. It will be at Josh. Yeah. So I think that freedom, that flexibility, knowing that, okay, we have to solve these problems, and today anyone can pick up a problem and decide to solve it, and all of us will have each other's backs. I think that's super important.
And take us through the evolution of the business model. What has happened and where are you now? Because I've seen so much of power
Yeah.
that has been unleashed in especially the last 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've also been blessed to have some fantastic partners in the cap table in the last 5 years. So take us through a bit to the business,
Yeah.
so people also understand what Josh is all about.
So, of course, everyone recognizes Josh Talks. That's what we're known for, right? This platform where you have speakers who come and share their stories about how they went from point A to point B. What people don't know is
Yeah, you
that...
pushed me also to speak on my
Yeah,
story.
You've given a talk.
Yeah, I remember.
What people don't know is that that it gets 270 million views every single month across platforms. That's the power of Josh. It's in every household in the country. It is a recognized brand that people are watching. It's a dinner table conversation. If you go in a metro and you're wearing a Josh Talks t-shirt or a hoodie, you are going to be mobbed and asked why. Like, are you a speaker? Are you working there? All of that. And that is the distribution that we've built over time. And that's the distribution that has continued to remain authentic, unsponsored, unfiltered, and just reinstating the core beliefs of what we propagate as a platform. That's the distribution that is now being used to also serve the product lines that we are working on. For example, from the viewers of Josh, we got an insight that the biggest problem that they face today is not being able to speak in English fluently or confidently. It's not only about employment. People see, English as an employment problem.
It's a persona element.
It's an inferiority complex that you have because you don't know the language. We couldn't find another destination which we could lead them to, which actually taught English well. So we decided to set and solve it. So that's one of our offerings. Another thing which we are working to solve right now is the right kind of advice when you are making a decision on, say, coaching. A lot of money gets spent on coaching every single year, right? Like, it's the largest in education. We all know of the stories.
I have been blessed to advise several of them.
Yeah. But how do you decide which one is good, which teacher is good, where to spend your money? And that's when Josh's role as an elder brother comes in, right? Like, we show you what institute is best fit for your learning aspirations. Where are you going to get seamlessly integrated? So that's sort of how the business model has also evolved over time, from being a media platform where you have partners who are, sponsoring content, to then being a direct-to-consumer app where people can pay 500 to 1,000 rupees to learn English, to now actually counseling users and getting them to choose the right educational platform for them.
And Vinayak, I'll tell you like how we think about this, right? It looks like Josh has evolved, but this is always what's going to happen. Now, over the next 10 years also, Josh is going to evolve. But today,
to the outside
we
world,
know exactly what's going to happen. More or less, 1921.
Because vision is, आप लोगों का vision है which is getting curated to that.
Yeah.
For the external world, it will always be an evolution.
Absolutely.